All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily. My name is Aaron, and we've got a good video for you today. We're talking recent cryptocurrency news. Maybe we'll do a little market analysis at the very end. I don't know if we'll have time. We'll see. If you want to support the channel, smash up the likes. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe for our daily videos, keeping you informed. Everything going on with Bitcoin and crypto. Let's get into it. Coingate, one of the largest cryptocurrency payment gateway services. They handle transactions for over 4,500 merchants, have finally enabled Litecoin Lightning Network support for all their merchant partners, now allowing customers to conduct near instant payments with cheaper fees through the Lightning Network. And since we're talking about this, since they made the news, I wanted to show you their website. Now, I've no affiliation with Coingate. I have no idea whether people like their service or don't. I've heard good things, but I wanted to show you if you were a business or a website and you wanted to integrate cryptocurrency payments for your business or website, what they offer is payment processing. You can accept Bitcoin and altcoins. They have website plugins. If you have a brick and mortar location, they have point of sale devices, payment buttons, etc., etc., etc. Shop example, click on this to see an example of the user interface that your customer would see. And then at the very bottom, we can see Lightning Network. Accept payments over Lightning Network with the toggle of a switch. And I like this right here. This is like a variation of the original Bitcoin accepted here logo or sign. This says Bitcoin Lightning accepted here. You can see the little lightning bolt. Anyways, to continue on with the news story, maybe something you didn't know, I want to get this back on your radar, is that Coingate, they actually implemented Bitcoin Lightning Network integration last year, which was surprising because although Bitcoin has been around for 10 years, Bitcoin's Lightning Network still in its infancy. So Bitcoin's Lightning Network only first started at the beginning of 2018, and mid to late 2018, Coingate actually implemented Bitcoin's Lightning Network, throughout their company, and they weren't sure how the public was going to react. Apparently, there was an overwhelmingly positive response. They said, since we launched the Bitcoin Lightning Network integration, we saw over 30,000 created orders to pay with Lightning, which, suffice to say, is a strong sign that both our customers and the cryptocurrency community in general have a keen interest in this development. Seeing the huge potential it has, we decided to keep developing the feature, but this time for Litecoin. And let's talk about that, because Litecoin actually implemented Lightning Network first. Now, Litecoin's Lightning Network has not grown at the same rate that Bitcoin's Lightning Network has, and perhaps the reason for this is because at this point in time, Litecoin doesn't really need a Lightning Network. They've never suffered from bloat. They've never suffered from congestion, they never have had too many transactions to clog up the network. But nevertheless, why not innovate? Why not stay current? So Lightning Network has grown at a rate, well, now they have 1,000 active channels, which is a 150% increase, along with a 200% plus capacity increase, in part due to the recent 30% price rise for Litecoin. And to compare it, this is actually recent news as well. The story just came out yesterday. Bitcoin's Lightning Network has hit 6,000 nodes after a week of the Twitter Lightning Network spotlight. So right now Bitcoin is at 6,000 Lightning nodes and has a 2.4 million capacity, which is really cool. And I'm actually going to put a link in the description. I'm not going to show you this video right here, but this is really, really a well done video about just the momentum that this Lightning Network is going through. You should watch this. I'll put a link in the description. To continue on with the story, the next step, as hinted previously by Coingate, is atomic swaps between Bitcoin and Litecoin network. To finish things up, this announcement is not good for everybody, however. It's not good for Roger Ver. You know Roger Ver as the CEO of Bitcoin.com. He was an early Bitcoin supporter. He has now moved to the Bitcoin Cash team. And last year, he made a public bet with Litecoin creator Charlie Lee. The bet was that in 18 months, there would not be 1,000 merchants accepting Lightning Network payments. And with this announcement, Ver has now lost this friendly wager, with 14 months still to go before the agreed deadline. And if he upholds his end, he has to be seen wearing a Lightning Network t-shirt and discussing how strong and discussing how wrong he is. So if we know Roger Ver, he will handle this very maturely, very thoughtfully, and he will be well spoken on the issue with no emotions.
Be the source
Continue
of all of
insulting
this.
me. I'm not interested in continuing this. It's Bitcoin Cash. Get it straight. And if you do that again, I'm going to end the interview because I'm not interested in being insulted. Okay, I'm promoting Bitcoin Cash. If I
It's not an insult. Why do you have to take it personally? It's just a name. I actually like it better.
Insulted here. I'm being insulted. I don't need to be insulted by you. I have enough money. I was a self-made multimillionaire before I ever got involved in Bitcoin. I don't need to have my buttons pushed by people like you on the internet. It's Bitcoin Cash.
Roger,
I would like an apology at this point. It's not Bcash. It's Bitcoin Cash.
Look, it's what I call it. I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just so easy. It's a nice name.
Okay.
It really is.
This interview is over. I don't need to be insulted. I was a self-made millionaire before I even got involved in Bitcoin. Now I have even more money.
Who cares if you're a millionaire? It has nothing to do with anything.
I don't need to be insulted by some person on the internet. What's your gross annual revenue for Exotica?
None of your business.
Isn't it? Less than $1 million, huh?
It has nothing to do with this conversation.
Gross annual revenue is less than $1 million. So that means you don't know how to run a successful business. Of course, we do more than $1 million in sales.
Bitcoin is not a business, Roger. We're not running a business here. Bitcoin is changing money. It's decentralized.
Better.
Not the same comment. I think that there are only 3 people that want to call Bitcoin Cash Bitcoin Cash. You and Jahan and your sock puppets. Okay, because there's nobody else.
I've never hired a single sock puppet. I don't need to be insulted. But please post this so the entire world can see how incredibly rude you are to me.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. All right, guys, it's over. For those of you that bet that Roger would rage quit, congratulations. Thanks for watching. Adios.
Next up, Argentinians in 37 cities to pay for public rides using Bitcoin. So again, this is good news for adoption. We know there's certain cities, or certain countries rather, in certain parts of the world where they need cryptocurrency more than others. Now, we have the US dollar. Many countries have a stable fiat currency, a stable government-issued currency. It's stable for now, and much more stable than certain other countries, such as Argentina. By the day, Bitcoin is gaining use case around the world, and that can be said about Argentina. People across 37 cities in this country can now use Bitcoin to pay for public rides. What do you guys think about this? In this case, all they have to do is fund their transport card with Bitcoin, according to a media report on February 7th. So you can read all about it, but so a person must fund their card with at least $1.33 USD for transactions to occur. Price of a bus ticket is about 50 cents in the country, which is equivalent to 0.00014 Bitcoin. Based on this cost, Argentinians can get at least 2 rides after single funding and a little bit more cash to spare. So basically what they're doing is they're using Bitcoin. I'm not sure if they're using Bitcoin to pay for, a bus card and basically just have, I think they're putting Bitcoin on a card and then using it on the bus, but they could just be paying for money on the card. We'll see, but either way, 37 cities in Argentina are now very aware that, they can use Bitcoin rather than their unstable currency themselves. I just wanted to point this out to you. Story really is the headline. Let's move on. Top 10 Bitcoin-friendliest cities in the world. So we won't go through all of them. What I liked about this article is it really breaks it down early on for maybe somebody who would see this for the first time and not know a lot about Bitcoin. For instance, the popularity and number of Bitcoins in existence has grown tremendously since the birth of the virtual currency in 2009. As of April last year, the 17th million Bitcoin has been mined, leaving only about 4 million Bitcoin unmined. The total number of Bitcoin-compatible ATMs has also grown gradually, rising from 500 in 2016 to more than 4,300 ATMs as of 2019. These numbers only reveal how scarce and valuable Bitcoin will be in the future. Goes on to say the use case Bitcoin has. And then here's a look at the top 10 Bitcoin cities in the world, and several factors were considered to compile this list, including the number of Bitcoin ATMs, number of Bitcoin merchants, and the population density in relation to the number of ATMs. Buckle your seatbelts. Let's start the countdown. Number 1, Los Angeles, USA, my hometown, baby. LA, baby, go Rams. Oh, wait. The City of Angels boasts being the entertainment capital of the world and home to some of the wealthiest people in showbiz. LA also prides itself on having an impressive number of Bitcoin ATMs, presently standing at 270. The city has a population of 3.9 million, with Greater Los Angeles counting over 10 million residents and over 800 businesses that accept over 800 businesses that accept Bitcoin. I need to check that out. Los Angeles has over 45 Bitcoin meetups, where ardent users of this digital currency can meet and share the latest developments and discuss ideas. With such growing interest, LA is very likely to outshine other cities when it comes to widespread adoption of Bitcoin. And from my personal experience, I do every once in a while see Bitcoin accepted here signs. I definitely see Bitcoin ATMs around. I'm surprised our city is number one, but I'm proud. Also, we have New York. New York boasts similar stats. We have San Francisco coming in third. London. I know we got a big following in London. If you're from London or the UK or Europe in general, post something in the comments. I want to hear from you. But if you do live in London, digital currency fever has reached across the pond, making London a hotspot for Bitcoin and other altcoins. The London Theatre District was the first ticketing agency to allow customers to pay using Bitcoin. The London Theatre District, that's classy. A groundbreaking move in the history of Bitcoin adoption in London. Some of the most popular Bitcoin startups in London include a Bitcoin vault called Elliptic and an exchange called CoinFloor. Nevertheless, Reuters report that the UK Treasury has expressed concerns about security and therefore enact legislation that will require Bitcoin merchants to disclose their identity, a little KYC. Such a move is quite understandable. Okay, blah, blah, blah. See, London is one of the major cities where Bitcoin is fast becoming the norm, with 104 venues accepting Bitcoin payments. It has 134 Bitcoin ATMs serving a population of 8.3 million. Its meetup groups has well over 2,300 members, making it the largest in the world. Also, we have Madrid, Spain, Vancouver, Canada, Vienna, Austria, Berlin, Germany, Prague, Buenos Aires, Argentina, and Lithuania. Very interesting stuff. Okay, next thing I wanted to talk about, I just want to put this in perspective a little bit more. We're on coinmarketcap.com, we're looking at Bitcoin, and I wanted to show you that this is the long 2014 bear market, went into 2015, and this, up until recently, was the longest bear market that we had ever seen. Now, I guess we're reached a longer bear market at this point. I'm not exactly sure how they judge. I think that maybe they go, the uptrend. I'm not sure. But what I wanted to point out to you was after many, many months of falling and many, many months, they finally hit a bottom right here at the very beginning of January 2015. But after they hit the bottom, this is what I want you to notice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months of sideways movement until they saw any significant upswings. And after that, higher highs. But there was 9 months of just sideways movement, and that's something I think we're going to see this year as well. A lot of sideways movement. What do you think? Finally, if we do a quick market check. Now, I made a video the other day saying buy order set. I just set a buy order at 2,500, which I did, but almost as soon as I released that video, if not a little bit before, the market jumped up and everybody said, oh, you're foolish, you're so wrong. First of all, I'm obviously not an expert, and obviously it's just one guy's opinion, but besides that, I was not necessarily wrong, because it's still, everything I said still applies. It's still trading within the purple channels that I drew. It's still on this downtrend of lower lows and lower highs. We didn't even, really get past the 50-day moving average. And yeah, listen, if we can get above this purple line, and then if we can get above the, the yellow line, if we can get above the 100-day moving average, and then if we can get above this 4,200 resistance that has, plagued us so much, then I will be short-term bullish. But for now, that is what we must overcome. That is why I think we possibly will go down. I set a buy order of 2,500. That's me. If we never hit that, nobody would be happier. Nobody would be happier than me. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to leave a link to this video in the description. Really cool thing to send around regarding the Lightning Network. And yeah, that's it, my friends. All right. I'll see you tomorrow.